video, we're going to talk about lines and angles. So the first type of line that you need to be familiar with are parallel lines. So parallel lines do not intersect. So let's call the first line A and the second line B. So we could say that A is parallel to line B. So these two lines are parallel. They share the same slope. So if the first line has a slope of 3 over 4, then the second line has the same exact slope. Next one are perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines are different whenever you have two perpendicular lines intersecting each other. They will form a right angle. So they meet at 90 degree. Let's call this line A and line B. So the way you can describe is you can say line A is perpendicular to line B. So this symbol represents that those two lines are perpendicular. Number 3 is when you have a third line that intersects two parallel lines. That third line is the transversal. So let's say this line A and B. So if a parallel to B, then C is going to be the transversal. We'll call it C. We'll call this one angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Angles 3, 4, 5, 6 are known as the interior angle. So when you think of the word interior, it means it's inside. So these four angles, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're inside the parallel lines or between the parallel lines. So angles 1, 2, 7, and 8 are known as the exterior. So the exterior is the opposite of the interior. So exterior means outside. So they're outside the two parallel lines. Now we need to identify the alternate interior. Now 3 and 6 are alternate interior. Angles, they're on the side of the two parallel lines, but they're opposite of the transversal. 3 is on the left, 6 is on the right side of the transversal. So that's why they called alternate interior. And 4 and 5. So angle 3 is equal to angle 6. They have the same measure if A and B are parallel. Just like angle 4 and 5, they also share the same measurement. So angles 1 and 8 are alternate exterior. 2 and 7 are also alternate exterior. They're alternate and they're in the exterior, they're outside. Now, let's look at the angles that are. Now, the next term you need to be familiar with are the correspondent angles. Angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are congruent. Angles 1 and 5 are correspondent angles. 4 and 8 are correspondent angles, and 3 and 7 to each other. So angle 4 is congruent to angle 8 and angle 3 is congruent to angle 7. So those are the corresponding angles. They're on the same position on the parallel lines in relation to the transversal. So if you look at 2 and 6, they're both on the right side of the transversal and they're both above the two parallel lines. Also, if you look at the 3 and 7 on the left side of the transversal, they're both below the parallel line. So they're in the same position on the parallel lines. In this case, they're both below and they're both on the left side of the transversal. Now, the next term you need to be familiar with is the consecutive interior angles. Now, consecutive meaning they're consecutive. So, angles 4 and 6 are consecutive interior angles. 3 and 5 are consecutive interior angles. So, instead of the transversal and the consecutive means basically they're next one to another. Now, consecutive integers are 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 3 is consecutive to 2 because it becomes right after. So if you look at this angle, the next one is 6. So those are consecutive interior angles. So interior angles, they add up to 180. So basically, they're supplementary angles. And the last term you need to be familiar with are vertical angles. So whenever you have two lines that intersect each other, they will form a vertical angle. Let's say this angle is vertical to this angle. So angle 1 is vertical to angle 4. So they share the same measurement. So now we tackle the different types of theorem. The vertical angles theorem, or the when two lines intersect, the opposite of the vertical angles are congruent, like 1 and 4. Then the linear pair postulate if two angles form a linear pair, then they are supplementary, like this one. They add up to 180. So next is the corresponding angles postulate, like 2 and 6 on the past uh, conversation we had. If two parallel lines are cut but a transversal, then the corresponding angles are congruent. Now, next is the alternate interior angles theorem. Alternate of the interior, they are alternate. Next is the alternate exterior angles theorem, which is 1 and 8. Alternate and exterior outside. Next is the consecutive interior angles theorem. So consecutive means next to one another, like 3 and 5 and 4 and 6. That is the consecutive interior angle theorem, or same side interior angles theorem. Next is the angle addition postulate. Like if point lies in the interior of an angle, then the sum of two smaller angles formed is equal to the measure of the larger angle. So if point if this point lies on the interior of this one, then this angle, like if you add this one angle to this next angle, then their sum is this whole angle. So complementary angles theorem, so they complement each other, so they add up to 90. Like the if we go back to the perpendicular example, if we cut this one and divide it so that their sums are 90 degrees, so that's what you call complementary. And the supplementary is if this transgressor is the straight line is equal to 180 of a whole, then if you cut this one, then their sum is the supplementary angles theorem. So perpendicular line theorem are they form four right angles like this one. Perpendicular 1, 2, 3, 4. They form four right angles. So those are the basic theorems on angles and angles. Now let's go back here. Let's tackle proofs for perpendicular lines. So if two lines are perpendicular, they form four right angles, just like we talked earlier. So here it is, four right angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next theorem is if two lines form a congruent adjacent line, then the lines are perpendicular. So they form adjacent lines. So this forms a perpendicular line. If line AB forms an angle, a triangle, so this means they are perpendicular. The next theorem is if two lines are perpendicular, the angles between them are complementary. So complementary means they add 90 degrees. So this will be complementary if, because of their perpendicularity. If the angles of two of these will be 90 degrees of a sum. And the last theorem is perpendicular transversal theorem. So if a transversal is a perpendicular to one of two parallel lines, it is a perpendicular to other as well. Like this is the transversal and this will be the another parallel lines. Then if this transversal form a 90, then it's a perpendicular transversal theorem. So that's all we need to know for the proofs of perpendicular lines. So let's proceed to our examples of solving these angles and theorems. So I'm going to give you a few questions and I want you to find the value of x. So x in some first example, what is the value of x? These two angles are congruent, they're vertical angles, so therefore x is simply equal to 70. Now the second example, these two form a linear pair. They're supplementary because they form a straight line when you add it together. So therefore 80 plus x is equal to 180 because they're supplementary. So 80, so subtract both sides by 80 to get x. So x is equal to 100. Now let's get to the some examples. So some of these problems are going to be very easy. So let's say if this 30 and this is 2x plus 5 and this is y plus 8. So this problem, so we know that 30 is equal to y over 8 because they are vertical angles, so they have the same measurement. So therefore 30 is equal to y plus 8 and subtract both sides by 8 to get the y is equal to 22. Now to get the x, we need to add this one because they are supplementary angles because they form a straight line and a straight line gives a 180 degree. So let's add 30 plus 2x plus 5 is equal to 180. So 30 plus 5 is 35. So 2x plus 5 plus 35 is equal to 180. So we need to subtract both sides by 35. So 2x is equal to 145. So we need to divide both sides by 2 to get the x. So 2x over 2 is simply 2 and 145 over 2 is 72.5. So x is equal to 72.5. So that's how you get our examples on the parallel lines, perpendicular lines, and intersecting lines. Hope you enjoy our solving problem and knowing